I had my pussy sutured shut with medical sutures once.
What's that?
Like what they used to sew wounds together.
Stitches?
Yeah.
Is your pussy stitched?
Yeah, stitched closed. Yeah, basically like a wound, and it was like my outer labia were stitched together, and then they used an Enjoy, like one of those kind of hooked anal toys, and they stimulated my G-spot through my ass so that like I would squirt, and then I squirted through the suture so you could see the squirt like coming through. It was so gnarly.
Oh my God, was that painful?
Absolutely. Yeah. So
that is insane. I've never heard. I mean, so you sewed it shut. Mm-hmm. They took the Enjoy little rounded anal steel. I think a lot of steel, right? And it rubbed your G-spot, and you came through the sewed shut pussy.
Yeah.
First of all, did they use any type of Novocaine? Or?
No, that would ruin it.
So you're sewed up. Mm-hmm. You getting, a dildo up your ass that hit the G-spot, and you're squirting. Do you squirt or you just kind of leak? You just kind of leak because like everything is in the way. So it was more like just like the fluid kind of like. Are you a squirter or no?
I do squirt.
You squirt? Okay.
Yeah, but like with everything closed up, it just kind of like seeps through.
Did it hurt when they put the needle in?
That's what actually hurt. Once the needle and everything is through, there's almost no pain at all anymore. So like once they were making me come, like I wasn't in pain anymore. It was just like my senses were heightened because I was in so much pain. But at that point, like once it was all closed up and they weren't like pushing a needle through anymore, it was pretty fine. It was painless. I could have wandered off and gone to dinner like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you could walk around no problem?
I did that once in my personal life.
So you did it again?
I did it again because I thought it was really cute. And I was dating this guy. And I was dating this guy, and he was like a lifestyle BDSM person. I was like, I want you to like sew this up, because I'm really into anal too. I was like, I want you to sew this up. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to have some drinks. You're going to come back and you're going to like fuck me in the ass and like never touch my pussy. And he's like, I can do that. And that's what we did.
Wow, I think you're so shy about it. Like, so I'm going to find out why you're such a bad girl. I know a lot of things.
The company I worked for was Insects, and like I did that. I also I did a thing where I like put a skewer through my own face when I was topping this other girl, and then I shoved another one through hers, and then I tied them together so we'd be like making out. What
the fuck? Say it one more time, please. I mean, this is beyond me.
Like it's like, well, it wasn't like a barbecue skewer. It's like it was an epidural needle, so like a really long needle.
How diameter? How big?
I mean, it's fairly thick, but it's not
almost
horrible.
Like a crochet, a knitting needle, similar to that?
It's thinner than that.
Thinner than that.
It's thinner than that. So it's not like, I mean, it's extreme, but it's not like shoving like a bamboo skewer or something through there. It was, I don't remember why. She had said that she wanted to do like more extreme stuff. It was Maddie O'Reilly. Yeah, she wanted to do this insane thing. Or she wanted to do something crazy. She didn't tell me what. And I was like, it'd be romantic, as if we tied our faces together like we were making out forever. And she's like, and she was totally down. So
you proposed it?
Yes, I proposed it, and then I did it to myself first, and then I did it to her. But like,
you take this, a needle, you put it through yours, and you take it through the other person's too?
Yeah, well, it was two different skewers. So what I did was I shoved like one of these epidural needles through the side of my face here, and then through my mouth, and then back out this way. And then on her, I did the same thing with another needle through her face. And then I took a like piece of twine and tied it like with her mouth open to the needle on her side, and then tied it to mine so that our faces were tied together.
So the faces are locked together,
mm-hmm.
Kind of.
There was like a little bit of a gap, just like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you were French kissing and all
that? Yeah, so we were making out, but our faces were tied together and our cheeks were like bleeding. It was so...
Let's get one more story out of what you've done as a dominant person to somebody who's a submissive. Can you give me one of those radical examples? Like, you made them cry.
I've made lots of people cry. You know, I did, and I don't do ball busting anymore because it makes me super nervous. Because you can.
What is that?
It's when you repeatedly kick a nice gentleman in the balls. It's a
what the fuck?
It's a whole thing. It's like
I think I've heard that, but I don't really, I don't.
Yeah, and well, there's a skill to it because there's like safety concerns about it. But there's a guy that I worked with a while back that's like the way he gets hard, and he has trouble getting hard in any other way. So the first time I worked with him, I just did like a ball busting scene with him where like that was the focus. We're doing ball busting and then we're going to like make him come. And then the second time I worked with him, it was for somebody else, and it was this wrestling thing. And at the end, we were supposed to have sex, and he couldn't get hard. And he's like, "Can you just punch me in the balls a little bit so that he could get like fucking hard?" But yeah, he was probably the most extreme as far as like the visible damage I've done to somebody, because it was so swollen and purple and messed up that like. But I don't do that anymore because I'm afraid of sending someone to the hospital. But
I mean, that's a serious...
You can injure someone pretty bad like that, yeah.
That's the family jewels.
Mm-hmm. When it's like, and even if the dude is okay with it, because there's a lot of girls that actually do this that I know that like also just do regular porn, and they're like, well, if the guy says he wants to do it, then it's not really your responsibility. And I'm like, yeah... It's not, but like if I sent someone to the emergency room with a testicular torsion, I'd still like blame myself, even if he told me to do it, So I don't, but yeah, that's probably the most extreme thing that I don't do anymore.
Did you get paid? You got paid to do this? Mm-hmm. How much did they pay you for the shish kebab on your?
Oh, the shish kebab was, well, I think that was only like $1,600 for that day.
How about the pussy?
That one was $4,000.
$4,000. Mm-hmm. What was a scene or the worst scene because and why that you ever did?
I did a scene. It was before I was doing like just like normal porn. I did a scene for a BDSM company. And it was an anal scene, but it also like was supposed to have like degradation stuff, like, the guy peed in my mouth, whatever. And that was all fine. But I couldn't be marked for it because I had other work and I was dancing and stuff. And I told him that, and then he came in and put like a bag over my head and hit me with a studded paddle. Without asking, after he had said that he wasn't going to do any corporal because it was a degradation site. And so he was just going to like pee in my mouth and say terrible things to me. And so that was like my worst scene, because I was like, and that's the only time where I've been like, that was an actual like violation of our agreement here.
That sounds pretty serious. A studded paddle with it.
Yeah, with a bag over my head, so I couldn't see it coming, and then he hit me with it, and it was just like that was pretty fucked up.
That's real fucked up. He's a dick.
Yeah, and then I had a bruise, and then like
he knew it. Yeah. He's a punk, huh?
Yeah.
So he was just a director?
He was a director, and he was also the talent for this scene too. Like, yeah.
Fuck him. People come and go.